Hi, I'm Abe Kmark, and I'm here to introduce you to True Made Foods. True Made Foods is making everyday foods healthy again. I want to introduce you also to my great co-founder, Kevin. Kevin had a problem. Kevin gained a lot of weight when he left the Army because Kevin has the same problem that a lot of Americans have, in that he didn't have a lot of vegetables in his diet. He doesn't like vegetables. Problem is, well, that's a major problem for most of America. Luckily for Kevin, one of the best things that ever happened to him is he married Abby. Abby had no problem treating Kevin like he was 3 and hiding vegetables in his food at any given time. One day, Abby made this amazing ketchup made with spinach, butternut squash, and carrots, and Kevin loved it. The second best thing that ever happened to Kevin is he met me, and we met at Techstars Patriot Boot Camp, which is a special Techstars event for veteran entrepreneurs. When Kevin told me about the ketchup, I was hooked immediately because I'm a parent. And a ketchup made with vegetables is a parent's dream come true. I have a lot of ketchup eaters in my house. And as somebody who actively watches what his kids eat all the time, the fact that they loved ketchup so much really bothered me. But with True Made Foods ketchup, everything is better. And I'm not alone. 10.8 million millennial households with children right now, and 52% of them closely monitor their kids' diet. 82% of primary parent shoppers think it's important to include vegetables and fruits in every single aspect of a meal or a snack. Here's a problem for parents like me when we go shopping, is the grocery aisle is full of large conglomerate foods that have been depleted of all nutrients in an effort to make them more addictive. Decades of research have been put into trying to create these products that make them more addictive, less nutritious, and that's what's making us fat and sick, and that is what has parents upset across the nation. And what's our savior? Our savior seems to be vegan hipster food trucks. These things don't work as a sustainable solution for people suffering in the suburbs and the rest of America. Here we are in the rest of America trying to get healthier foods into us, and we're stuck with fads, trends, and fancy diets and weird hipster marketing. I'm sorry, but if you come to the suburbs where I live with a handlebar mustache, we are not going to buy your food. But there is a better way. True Made Foods. Our ketchup, made with spinach, carrots, and butternut squash, is so healthy that the FDA actually won't let us call it ketchup. And that's because we have 25% more fiber than the USDA recommends per calorie. We have 4 times more vitamin A than any other ketchup on the market. And we are the only condiment on the market where you can get iron, protein, vitamin C, B6, vitamin E, magnesium, potassium, all these great vitamins and minerals from every single serving. I think it's safe to say that it's finally ketchup is a vegetable again. But making a healthy ketchup is easy. The hard part is making a healthy ketchup that kids will eat, right? There's a reason why Hunt's and Heinz have 90% of the ketchup market. And that's because there is only one unique ketchup taste. There is a perfect ketchup taste, and no other startup ketchup has ever really been able to capture that. Until now. True Made Foods tastes like ketchup is supposed to taste. It tastes the way that kids expect it to taste, and kids and parents love it alike. But you don't have to just listen to me. You can meet my friend Eric here.
Yes, I like it on a lot of things. Very good. No. What? Yes.
True Made Foods is launching just now. We just graduated from the FOOD-X Accelerator. We have strong demand from major distributors across the United States. We've started with a co-packer who can do 1,400 bottles per hour in upstate New York. We have a master broker who has sales representatives in every region around North America. Our master broker can walk into and make an appointment with the president of almost any retailer or distributor in the United States. We've partnered with nonprofit organizations like Food Day and Food Fight, trying to increase education around food and increase the quality of our children's food. And lastly, we are launching our products at the Summer Fancy Food Show on June 28th, 2015, here in New York City. Now, here's the bad news. We have to rely on these guys to make it work. But here's our team. Kevin Powell is a West Point alum. He graduated in 2004. He was a varsity athlete at West Point. He was then an Army artillery officer stationed in Asia, where he deployed all around Asia before leaving the Army and taking a job as director of sales for High Torque Engineering, where he worked in a fast-paced, high-intensity sales team for 3 years. While he was at High Torque, living back in the New York area, he started a flavored butter company that got incredibly popular in the New York area, and so popular that even the New York Yankees started to buy from him. The butter did so well that Kevin was actually able to quit his job at High Torque Engineering. I'm Abe Kmark. I'm a former naval helicopter pilot. I have my MBA from London Business School, and I've spent the last 7 years outside of the military working as a social entrepreneur, mostly overseas. I ran a plastics factory in Bulgaria. We're at a 1.2 million in revenue and full P&L control. I had a startup company in the Middle East where I created greenhouses in the desert, and I also started multiple websites. When I moved back to the United States, I worked for the charity Coexist and launched Coexist Coffee and took it from a nowhere product to a nationally distributed product in about 6 months. Now here's our ask. Here's what we need your help for. We're looking for $500,000 right now, and we're looking for our low overhead, high working capital business. All of the money is going to be going to marketing spend to drive demand for our new products and to introduce our products to new markets. Because we know, with our experience in food, that the key KPI in food is cases turnover per store. It's not so hard to get on the shelves. The key success factor in food is getting off the shelves on a regular basis through sales. We are going to drive our product to make sure that we are a category leader in every single store that we get into. If we hit our metrics just right, then we're going to hit, by year 2, we'll have 1 million in ARR. And by year 3, we'll be cash flow positive. By year 4, we could potentially have 50 million in revenue with a 45% gross margin, an average KPI of 50 cases turnover per store per month, and over 20,000 stores nationwide. We need your help, because if you're going to change America, you need to start with the ketchup. Thank you very much.